Hello and welcome back to the Unboxers, and today we have for you a new action figure, and it is from the DC Multiverse.
Yes.
And this is...
So this is the rival from Injustice Society.
Oh, aka...
So it's kind of like the evil version of the Jay Garrick Flash.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look. And he is by Mcfarlane Toys. And we'd like to say a great big thank you to
Mcfarlane Toys
for sending him to us for free to share with you today.
And he is one part of the Gold Label.
Gold Label
collection.
might be a little bit glared, but anyway, a little bit of a glare is what I was going to say. There you go. Oh, tilt it just a little. And maybe right there. Alright, let's take a look at the back. Ooh, so probably that art will be on the collector card.
I'm thinking so, yes.
And that fills up the whole back of the box. I really like that. I like when they do the full back of the box artwork. Alright, let's go ahead and get
the rival
out of his box and give you a much closer look. We'll be right back. Alright, so there's
the rival
out of his box. Alright, so he is going to come with a collector card. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So there's the collector card, like the artwork you saw on the back. It says the rival, Injustice Society. And then on the back, ta-da, it also has the data file. So very cool. Whoa, he's got a long one. Edward Clarice?
I guess so.
Alright. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other accessories that he comes with. Starting with...
Okay, so we had the Speed Force trails or effects or...
And they are really like a very nice light blue translucent, almost like an aqua. Very cool looking. And then they can wrap around his arms and legs.
Yeah, so the ends of each one kind of have little pieces that you can kind of wrap around the arms or the legs.
Yeah, they're pliable.
To make them look like they're coming off the back of him.
And then we have two extra sets of hands. One like coming
like
at you.
Some grabbing, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hands.
And then some...
Then two closed fists.
Closed fists. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at the figure himself.
Okay,
so he does come with the base, with the peg and the DC embossed. Let's take a look at his facial sculpt with the helmet. And he does actually have, like, Speed Force around his eyes, or is that glasses?
Yeah, I think it's Speed Force coming out of his eyes. I guess it's just to make him look more evil, because he's got that, like, almost like a Joker.
It's like a unibrow.
Grin.
That's cool. Alright, and then... You're holding too close. Okay. Alright, and now let's take a look. So he's got the red suit on. A giant lightning bolt down the middle, all the way to like his waist. And oh, I forgot to show off the hat. So the hat has the wings on each side, golden. One side looks up a little higher as this, but I wonder if it's supposed to be a little askew like that because of him. Oh, maybe it's just
soft. I think it's just
yeah, he does have quite the Joker-y smile and quite the nose that looks like Joker too.
Yeah.
Who knows who this actually is? And then he's got on the blue pants that go all the way down to the top of his boot. And then he's got the little wings on the sides of his boots. His boots appear to be like brown with like a notch cut out. So really cool looking boots, I think. And he's got the straight hands, the running hands on him.
Yeah. So yeah, the costume looks like basically like a dirty version, like, you know, everything's darker.
Oh yeah,
version of the Jay Garrick Flash costume.
So the like yellow's not as bright.
Yeah, like the red's darker, the blue's darker, the everything down here, like the whole thing is just, it's kind of like a very like a duplicate of his costume, but just with darker colors.
And then, like you said, he's got the hands on the...
Yeah, the running hands.
Running hands. Awesome. Alright, I'll let you go ahead and show off his articulation. Let's see the back of him. There's no real details on the back. Yeah,
just
no real details on the back.
Back musculature. Alright, so let's take a look. He's going to have articulation at the base of the head, so he can look from side to side. He can look down as well as up, which is good because so that way if he's running, he's still, you know, looking forward. He has shoulder articulation, and it will rotate 360 and extend out almost more than T. But he also has the butterfly shoulders, so it will allow him forward and backwards some. Not as much as some of the figures that they have, but will allow him forward and backwards motion as in addition. He has the bicep swivel. It is rather tight. He has the double elbows. He's listening. And the dual wrists, so they will rotate and bend to give him increased range of motion there. He has 2 points in the torso, one at the waist, so we can allow him to twist from side to side, and then the mid-torso, which will allow him forward and backwards motion. You can kind of pivot from side to side, but together they will allow him to get good like bending and stretching poses. He has articulation at the hips, and they will go side to side as well as front to back. He has the dual knees, and then the ankles will rotate, pivot, and roll. Now the little wing will kind of keep it from rolling on one side, but that will allow him to stay flat-footed when you pose him, so you get some cool running and action poses. So very cool Flash villain, and glad to add the rival to our Mcfarlane Toys collection.
All right, so there's one last look at
The Rival,
and we want to say another great big thank you to
Mcfarlane Toys,
for sending him to us for free to share with you today. Thanks so much for watching. As always, come back and see us, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.